Countdown starts with breaking news.
And we are indeed following breaking news right now out of Cambria County as Westmont school officials say that law enforcement is searching for a juvenile who was previously arrested for threatening the district. School officials say they were notified today that the juvenile reportedly walked away from a treatment facility located in another county. The juvenile was arrested in February for leaving multiple threatening notes at the school district. Officials say there is no danger to students and staff. However, additional security measures are now being implemented out of an abundance of caution. Stay with 6 News on air and online for further updates. Hurricane Idalia made landfall around 7:45 a.m. as a strong Category 3 storm with winds of up to 125 miles per hour along the Big Bend region of Florida's Gulf Coast, causing flooding and damage. It's now a Category 2 as it heads for Georgia and the Carolinas. NBC's Jay Gray has the very latest for us this midday.
Idalia moving through Florida and now pushing into Georgia. What it left behind in this area, heavy rain, standing water in some lower lying areas. Of course, we're in Gainesville, which is removed from the coastline a bit. Along that coastline, as the storm made landfall in the early morning hours, we saw a huge storm surge moving in, pushing water into areas it's not supposed to be, and severe wind damage in many of those areas as well. So a hard strike at the coastline, but moving quickly and getting through the state, which is the good news. Clearing up here, as you can see in Gainesville, there was obviously concern. This is where the University of Florida is, so you've got 50,000 students and a huge faculty there. That campus still locked down at this point. And we're starting to see some sun poke through the clouds, but we're going to continue to see rain and some gusting winds throughout the day here and into the evening. But again, this storm moving quickly and pushing through, but still a major concern, not only in Georgia, but it's going to continue up the eastern seaboard and into the Carolinas. That's the latest from here in Gainesville. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
All right, Jay, thanks so much. So will we feel any effects of Hurricane Idalia in our neck of the woods? Let's get right over to meteorologist Kate Westerholm with the answer. Hey, Kate.
Yeah, thankfully we are seeing some very quiet weather throughout our area, and that will continue really over the next couple of days. We're seeing some cooler temperatures and plenty of sunshine out there this afternoon, as we're only seeing temperatures so far making it into the 60s and 70s. Only up to 63 for Somerset this afternoon, 66 for Johnstown, 73 for Altoona, 72 for State College and Clearfield, and 68 degrees for St. Mary's. So temperatures this afternoon are trending around 5 degrees cooler as compared to yesterday, but the big difference out there today is going to be that lower humidity after last night's rain moved through, bringing in some cooler air, and also that lower humidity with dew points back into the 50s this afternoon. So taking a look at Doppler 6 satellite and radar, things are going to remain very quiet throughout the rest of today, seeing partly to mostly sunny skies, and overall quiet weather will stick around heading throughout this evening and into overnight tonight. High temperatures today making it into the upper 60s and low 70s, but I'll have a look at how long this quiet weather pattern will last coming up.
All right, Kate, thanks so much. In other news this midday, suspended DuBois City Manager John Herm Supplizio made another appearance in Clearfield County Court this morning. 6 News was there as Supplizio made his way into the courthouse with his attorney. Today's hearing, a follow-up after a judge approved last week a temporary injunction in Supplizio's buyout process, halting any payments to Supplizio. He was charged in March after an attorney general investigation into allegations he embezzled more than $600,000 from city accounts. We had a crew in the courtroom who tells us that the hearing has just wrapped up. We'll have more on this story for you tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock. A 34-year-old Duncansville man died after being hit by a tractor trailer on East Pleasant Valley Boulevard in Altoona early yesterday morning. Dash cam footage shows Justin Sanders walking down the middle of the street moments before he was hit by that tractor trailer. At this time, no charges have been filed against the truck driver. An Altoona man will spend the next 3 to 10 years behind bars after pleading guilty on Monday in a drug overdose death case. David McCool also received 10 years probation and is also eligible for the state's drug treatment program. McCool was one of 6 people charged last November after an investigation into 2 separate fatal overdoses. A Blair County man is facing charges including first-degree felony aggravated assault and 2 counts of third-degree felony endangering the welfare of children after being arraigned in front of a judge yesterday. On May 1st, officials say a 2-year-old boy and 2-month-old girl were treated for injuries at UPMC Altoona. The boy had to be taken to Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh for treatment of 2 acute skull fractures and a fractured femur. Police say Zachary Huber claimed the child fell from a scooter, but doctors say the injuries were not consistent with Huber's account and were the result of deliberate abuse. He is currently in the Blair County Prison after failing to post his $75,000 bond. A Johnstown man is facing several charges, including 12 felony counts of theft from a motor vehicle after breaking into cars earlier this month. We're told the car break-ins and thefts happened in Richland Township. On August 8th, police say that Tyrone Corley broke into the vehicles and stole multiple items. They say the thefts happened on multiple township roads, including Jordan and Claythorne Drives. He was arraigned yesterday and is currently behind bars in the Cambria County Prison. An Indiana County man is facing charges of statutory sexual assault, aggravated indecent assault, and possession of child pornography after police say he admitted to being in a sexual relationship with a teenage girl. On several occasions for nearly a year, police say Joshua Neese reportedly engaged in sexual contact with the 15-year-old victim. Police say investigators also discovered various sexually explicit photos and messages the two exchanged. He was released on unsecured bail. If you're headed to Happy Valley this Saturday to watch Penn State take on West Virginia, you'll continue to see the dozens of recycling stations placed throughout Beaver Stadium this season. Officials say the blue bags are for cans and bottles, and the clear bags are for everything else. With up to 150,000 people in the stadium, we're told those blue and clear bags collect nearly 10 tons of trash every game, and officials say it goes up by 25% when it's a night game versus when it's scheduled to take place during the day.
There should be no changes. One of the things that we did encounter last year rather unexpectedly was the sale of adult beverages, shall we say, within the bowl of the stadium. So if people are doing that, we are going to have crews coming through the following morning and making sure that the cans and the bottles are separate from the trash.
Officials say by fans using these bags, it's a huge savings when it comes to the costs associated with the cleanup. A special ceremony will take place tonight at 6:30 at the Center County Courthouse steps to remember the lives lost from opioid overdoses. Families and friends can share personal memories of their loved ones and can also bring photographs that will be on display on a table. In the past decade, we're told about 164 people have died of overdoses in Center County.
We don't see the huge number of deaths that maybe some of the other counties in the state and even in the country have experienced. And a lot of that has to do, I think, with our acceptance of the fact that substance abuse disorder is a disease.
To mark National Recovery Month, there will be special nighttime lighting at the Center County Courthouse during the month of September. Get ready to spend more for free shipping on Amazon. Coming up, we'll tell you how much that threshold has gone up to save on those shipping costs. And Russia and Ukraine continue to attack each other overnight. We'll have the latest on that story straight ahead.
Coverage you can count on.
Russia and Ukraine continue to exchange drone attacks. This as Ukrainian officials say 2 people were killed in the capital city of Kyiv in Russian missile and drone attacks today. This comes as Russian officials accuse Ukraine of launching drone attacks on multiple Russian regions overnight. Russia's defense ministry says one of the attacks hit an airport near the border with Estonia and Latvia. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has been going on for over 18 months. A new siren system could be up and running in Hawaii in just a few days. The system could be used for future dangerous situations like those wildfires. Maui officials say they want to change systems to improve how people are notified. The goal would also be to make sure the community knows what to do to stay safe.
As we go forward, we need to educate the public on what do they need to do when a siren sounds. And that includes our visitor population that will be unfamiliar as well.
This change comes after criticism that Maui leaders did not use warning sirens for those wildfires. The emergency management administrator at the time says the sirens were normally used for tsunamis. Here's Julie Moran with today's America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
You know, I am always looking for new products to help keep me and my family safe, and I spend a lot of time in my car. I know you do too. So I am so excited to introduce you to the Minolta Dash Cam. Now, this gives you evidence if you're in an accident, and that is evidence at your fingertips. It records exactly what happened, and this is going to save you a lot of money on insurance claims. And it's extra peace of mind. It's really an investment for protecting your family, and I love that. Now, Minolta, as we know, is just such a trusted brand, and you can record inside and outside of your vehicle. Also, the camera, high resolution, 120-degree lens, clearer footage than any other dash cams on the market. And it automatically, I love this, automatically records collisions when you're parked. How great is that? And as I say, it includes the windshield mount, the memory card, also this power adapter, everything you need to get started right here, all in one piece. So right now we're offering 38% off the Minolta Dashcam, and I want you to head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. This is just something, protection for you and your family that you are going to love.
We're seeing a few peaks of sunshine and some cooler temperatures out there this afternoon, but I'll have a look at just how long this quiet weather will last coming up.
I'm meteorologist Ryan Mirando in Savannah, Georgia. We're out here right now on River Street where we're beginning bands of heavy on and off rain and some gusty winds that have been pushing through as Dahlia gets closer to the southeastern Georgia coast. Now, we were awoken this morning with some loud alarms going off on our phones from a hurricane warning being in effect and also a storm surge warning. What this means is the winds will be over 74 miles per hour, potentially gusting up to 100, and there is also a threat for life-threatening storm surge, potentially up to 6 feet, inundating out above the water as Idalia draws closer here in Savannah. Also, what we're watching for is the threat for some tornadoes. We did have some tornado warnings issued this morning. Since we're on the right side of that center of circulation, there's a little bit of some extra spin in the atmosphere. Reporting in Savannah, I'm Ryan Mirando.
Coverage you can count on.
Authorities are now working to remove hazardous materials in Lahaina following Maui's deadly wildfires by removing household hazardous materials along with fire-damaged debris from impacted areas. Bob Fenton, who is the Chief Federal Response Coordinator for the Maui wildfires, says it's all a part of making sure the area is safe for residents to return. Fenton also emphasized that no debris removal will begin without the permission of the property owner. Fenton notes federal officials are partnering with trusted local community leaders and faith-based organizations that know the history and culture of Maui.
Now, your severe weather Team 6 forecast.
We're seeing a few peaks of sunshine out there this afternoon, some cooler temperatures and also some lower humidity. Seeing a little bit of blue sky for Johnstown this afternoon. Temperatures currently sitting at 66 degrees with a bit of a breeze from the northwest at around 10 miles per hour. But the big difference out there today is that humidity, as dew points are back into the 50s. So it is going to be feeling very comfortable out there over the next couple of days, as high pressure continues to build into the area, bringing us this very quiet stretch of weather that will last throughout the rest of the work week and well into the weekend. But we are going to keep those cooler temperatures with us today, seeing highs into the 60s and 70s. Yesterday, we made it up to 81 for Indiana, 80 for DuBois, 76 for Johnstown and Bedford, and 73 degrees for State College. And will remain on the cooler side throughout the end of the work week, seeing highs back into the low 70s. But as we head into Labor Day weekend and well into next week, as we take a look at our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, temperatures likely going to trend well above average, as we'll see high temperatures back into the mid to even upper 80s. But taking a look at Futurecast as we head throughout the rest of this afternoon, seeing a good amount of sunshine, temperatures going to be on the cooler side, as we'll see highs this afternoon making it into the 60s and 70s. Cooler temperatures will continue as we head throughout tonight, seeing mostly clear skies, overnight lows into the 40s and 50s, and that quiet weather will stick with us heading into tomorrow afternoon. Seeing a little bit more sun by later tomorrow, temperatures into the 60s and 70s, and high pressure will remain in control of our forecast as we head throughout the rest of the work week, bringing us this quiet and very cool stretch of weather. So taking a look at our full 7-day forecast, sticking with plenty of sunshine through Friday, temperatures today into the upper 60s and low 70s, and then gradually warming back up as we head into Labor Day weekend. If you do have any outdoor plans for the holiday weekend, it is looking absolutely perfect for that, as we'll see highs back into the 70s and 80s for Saturday, plenty of sunshine over the weekend, and then we'll continue that warming trend all the way into early next week, as temperatures will trend well above average for this time of year, with highs back into the mid to upper 80s.
The following segment of Money Sense is sponsored by USCO Federal Credit Union.
This week, we're continuing the conversation about credit unions and diving deeper into the benefits of joining one. A credit union is very similar to a bank. However, it's nonprofit and member-owned, which can give you different opportunities than you'd receive at a bank. One benefit to being a credit union member is receiving lower rates on loans and credit cards. Another benefit to credit union is that they tend to be more understanding and forgiving when it comes to qualification standards. Next, if you're looking for higher savings account rates, credit unions traditionally offer better interest. The most important thing to remember is that if you have any questions when it comes to your money, we have great local professionals right here that are ready to help.
The preceding segment of Money Sense has been sponsored by USCO Federal Credit Union. Coverage you can count on.
Amazon is raising its free shipping minimum from $25 to $35 for non-Prime members. An Amazon spokesperson described the higher $35 threshold as a test. The trial with the higher fee is being carried out for regions based on zip codes, meaning all customers in a given region will see the new policy applied to their orders. Amazon says changing the free shipping threshold could drive more consumers to pay the roughly $140 annual fee to join its Prime service.
On your 7-day forecast, we're going to see partly to mostly sunny skies throughout the rest of today, lower humidity and also some cooler temperatures with highs today into the upper 60s and low 70s, and then we'll gradually start to warm back up as we head toward later this week and into the weekend, sticking with plenty of sun as we head into Saturday and Sunday, and then really warming up by Labor Day. We'll see highs back in the mid-80s.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Loving the forecast.
Very
Absolutely.
nice.
All right, Kate, thanks so much. And as always, thank you for joining us for 6 News at noon. The news continues tonight at 5 o'clock, and until we see all of you again, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, everyone.